Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eniela Peters, and on this channel, expect everything career development, interview tips, CV writing tips, everything that has to do with getting a job, keeping a job, and moving up your career ladder. That is what you get on this channel. Are confused about how to balance their work and their life. So many times we tend to tilt towards giving all our time to our work and forgetting that we have a life, especially if you're single. And then, when you're married, it becomes like a pressure because you're like, how do I manage this? How do I give my husband and my children the same time I give to my office? And now it has even gotten worse, especially with the pandemic, with the introduction of hybrid, working from home and all that. There's no work time. There's no 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. Like, anytime your boss sends you an email, you have to respond, and a lot of people are tired. If you're in this category, well, stay tuned, because at the end of this video, you're going to understand how to balance your work and your life, what to do, and how to be a better person at work and in your personal life. I'm going to be sharing 8 tips for better work-life balance. One tip for today is know your values. What is important to you? I call it priorities. What are your priorities? What is important to you? Who are you? What makes you? Once you know these things, you will know how to prioritize your timing, what to do at the right time, when to do it, and how to do it. To help you know how much time to actually put in a particular thing. So let's give an example. You have to send an email, you have to pick up your child, you have to cook for your husband. Now, those are 3 things. They're highly important. So how do you prioritize them? Which is more important? Picking up your child from school so that he is not stranded. Can you delegate it? If you can delegate it, then you're already prioritizing. Now, sending an email or attending an official meeting, for instance, is it important? Can you delegate it? If you can't delegate it, you go for the meeting, delegate the ones you can delegate, and handle the ones you can handle. That way, you know what is important, you know your values, you're prioritizing it, and you're balancing things out. You can't do everything by yourself. So you need to prioritize. So know your values and prioritize it. Number 2 tip for better work-life balance is time management. How do you manage your time? So for instance, you have a deadline. What do you do within those few hours? Do you sit down? Do you play games? Do you walk around? Do you know how to manage your time? Time management has a way of making you prioritize what you're doing, so you know exactly what to do per time. You have 5 minutes to fill this form, 10 minutes to send this email, 20 minutes to go from here to here. Once you know all these things, it's going to be easier. Let's use going with the bus, driving, or going with a taxi as an example. You have a meeting. Before the meeting, you need to send an email. You need to, check with this person, check with that person. Definitely, driving is not going to allow you to do these things. So why not take the bus? While on the bus, you're sending the email, you're checking with this person, and then you're doing a lot of things at the same time. Okay, so if you can take a taxi while the person is driving you, or better still, get a driver. Getting a driver would save you 50% or 100% of the driving and commuting time. While the person is driving you, you are busy and you're still meeting up with targets, meeting up with deadlines and all that. So that way you're able to manage. So for instance, you have a child and you have a driver, so you can easily say, okay, I have a meeting, driver, go pick up my child. I know some people are going to come for me and say, how can drivers be picking up child? Yes, you can delegate it, or you can use school bus or stuff. There's so many ways you can manage your time and then get the best value for your time as well. Then number 3 point is set boundaries. Learn how to say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. To have a better work-life balance, you need to learn how to say no to some certain things and say yes to some certain things. Manage your time, set boundaries. If somebody crosses the boundaries, you let them know this is a boundary, you can't cross it. And then you yourself, it will help you know when to say no, when to go ahead with a particular project. You don't have to poke your nose in everything that's going on in the organization. You can just pick. pick the ones that are priority to you, the ones that will add value to your career growth, and then just do it. Don't do everything. You can't really do everything. Number 4 tip is enjoy your work. You know, there's this popular saying that do what you love and love what you do. It can't be overemphasized. Once you love your job, it's going to be like you're just passing time. And a lot of people ask, oh, after doing what I love, what if it gets to a point I don't love it again? Then you find why you loved it in the first place. Why did you love this particular job in the first place? Why were you so interested in this thing? Remember your passion, remember why you're passionate about it, and go back to it. Go back for it, and you see that you're enjoying it. For instance, someone that loves planning events and you work in an event management organization, you won't get bored, you won't get tired. You just feel like, oh, you're just having fun. You know, do something that when you're sleeping in the middle of the night and they wake you up, you're happy to do it because you love what you're doing. Now, there's a thin line between loving what you're doing and, you know, overdoing it. You know, like I said in the 3rd point, set boundaries. Because you love what you do does not mean you should overdo it. But once you love what you do, it will not become stressful. It will not become a tedious activity. You would actually enjoy doing it. And you can even bring your family on board. You can carry your children along because you enjoy what you're doing. They will enjoy watching you do what you love to do. All right, that's number 4. Number 5 tips: consider your finances. Now, how does that apply to work-life balance? Basically, when you consider your finances, you don't live above your means. Most times, because we feel like we don't have enough life outside of work, any small money like this, you start spending it on food, spending it on car. But the question is, do you really need these things? You can as well save towards a particular project, a particular goal. It will help you become accountable. You're not spending too much and you're not spending less. You don't need to live in a high income area. You don't need to put yourself under pressure to be among. You can live well, manage your finances, and consider what you're earning. Because you're managing your finances, you're not living extravagantly. You plan towards a project and you achieve it. Number 6 point, nurture relationships. Now, it's not enough for you to have a very nice relationship with your work colleagues. You need proper relationships outside of your office. One of the major reasons people don't have a life outside of work because they don't have friends to hang out with after work. Everybody in the office is your friend, but outside the office, you don't have friends, you don't have anybody to relate to it. You need to nurture relationships. You need to call people, you need to visit people, you need to hang out with people, you need to invest in relationships. Invest time, invest money, invest love, emotions in every other people outside your office, because what will happen if you no longer work there? That means you don't have friends again. It's okay to have work colleagues that are your friends, but they are not your best friends. You need friendship outside your work. All right, so that way you're able to go to work and still have a life outside your organization. And the 7th point is focus on your health. Do healthy things, eat healthy, register at the gym. That's another way to meet people. Have clubs that you guys hang out, you eat healthy meals and all that. That's number 7 way of having a work-life balance. And the last one, have downtime. Having a downtime doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Having a downtime simply means sleep, rest. Don't say rest is for the weak, or we'll rest when we get to heaven, or stuff like that. I know they're all slangs, maybe your mentors and people you look up to. You know, we get a lot of motivational speaking that says sleep is for the weak. Those that sleep, they are not prosperous. Those that sleep, they don't do this, they don't do that. No, please. Your health is very important. Rest, sleep as much as possible. Consider it now. When you're awake, what do? You probably play games on your phone or stuff. You're not doing anything productive, so why not just sleep? Sleep, recalibrate, let your mind go back to rest, and then wake up the next morning energized. All right, don't say, oh, I'm not going to rest, I'm not going to sleep, sleep is for the weak. It's not for the weak. Have your normal 6 or 8 hours of sleep every night. Take a nap during the day and eat healthy. All right, so those are the 8 tips for having a better work-life balance. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to send to us at the email showing on the screen. You can reach out to me. If you have any questions, drop comments. If there's any particular topic on career you'd like me to talk about, please feel free to share with us, and then we'll look into it and give you that video. All right, thank you once again. My name is Eniola Peters and this is my YouTube channel. Yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button and follow us so that when the video comes, you'll be one of the first few people to get notifications. Thank you.